Hey, Aki. You've been subscribed for 27 months. Amazing. Yep, that is way too many sub babies. Oh, hey, Enfys. Thanks for the points towards the Tiefling cosplay. We're at 92%, 464. Yeah. Also for contributing, Iki. Yep, we're nearly there. Soon I'll have to just paint myself blue. I'm going to have to apologise today because, yeah, week's a bit of a mess because I haven't had a chance to tidy it up. Like a week of not using it. Hey, I mean, yes, I'm going to paint myself blue. Very little provocation, but nice to have a specific reason, you know? Hey, Kiara. How's it going? I don't know if I just missed your stream this morning or if you were taking a day off, but yeah, do you want to shout out, by the way? And you're on, Nikki. Okay, you with your boyfriend, so yeah, just hanging out. Fair enough. Oh, thanks for giving Kiara the shout out, Icky. Kiara, could you just give Icky a shout out? Anyway, Cameron. So yeah, I don't know how noticeable it is, but yeah, I've basically got the camera in front of my monitor now. You know, instead of basically over there. So I'm actually going to be looking at the screen while I'm streaming from now on, which is great for my neck, amongst other things. Cosplay wise, I don't really have anything else to report. I'm just trying to get these sort of harness, hey Nick, done for my D&D tiefling horns. So yeah, I need to get that done before I start on the ears. Hopefully, I'll have that done before this Friday. Yeah, let's get the game running. Icky, your camera is straight in front of you. You never remembered to look into it. Yeah, I mean, I just basically got a proper stand for my camera because it was just on a tripod that came with it, balanced on some boxes. Which obviously is not an ideal setup and a little precarious. I mean, I'm still going to sort of mess about with this angle because I'm not entirely sure this is the best one, but nice to be able to sort of lie back now. Anywho, just gonna set it so it's actually picking this up because it's going to be on the same setting from Friday's stream, because for some reason Lens Inception's kind of weird about picking up anything but a window capture, while obviously Kingmaker prefers, and I'm behind it. There we go. Yeah, obviously Kingmaker prefers this. Wow, that strand of hair is going to haunt me all stream. And thank you, Nick. Icky. You're pretty sure you filmed a video while your camera was dangling from a ladder, so you've seen wonkier setups. Whenever I feel ashamed of my setup, I remember the creator of Stardew Valley, I think, had that really janky setup where it was just on a set of drawers instead of a proper computer desk. Anywho, let's continue. Before I do anything else, I'm going to remember to do something I keep forgetting to do. And equip an item from like 2 streams ago. So it's an item called... Here we are. Gears Rule, which is a set of braces specifically for alchemists. Okay, and let's look at the other loot we've got. Fly Swatter, specifically for dealing with vermin. Oh yeah, the braces of resistance I should probably give to someone else as well. So they're braces of armor +4. Okay, Amiri's got +5. Okay. Kanara doesn't have any braces, so... Okay, I guess she's already got a bonus from somewhere anyway. Well then. Anywho, I guess I'll just get rid of this gear and it's time for more side quests. Oh yeah, should just check the tavern in case there's a useful NPC in here or something. Because I cannot remember. Oh yeah, I need to get a rock's egg from somewhere. Oh wait, this is the pelt from the owlbear. From that quest. Icky, forgot to ask. How's it going? Yeah, had an okay week after coming back from work. I mean, an okay weekend work after finishing my holiday. Kinda wish I had more time off, but don't we always? Oh yeah, let's claim some regions. Success. Okay, Triumph. Oh, General requests an audience. Freed swords. Okay, Amiri, you can do this. Okay, so I need to speak to Rigonga. Kiara, how am I? Well, aside from what I just said, I think I actually had the first good night's sleep I did all week. Because, you know, for various personal reasons, my last week off was kind of fraught. You know, yeah, basically had to go into work anyway on Monday. Sort of problems my relatives are having and all sorts. But yeah, still got my cosplay stuff to work on. Yeah. Icky, you could use more holiday days yourself. Yeah. I really should go check how much I've got left and book some off. Because I also need to... really should visit my grandma sometime. She moved to sort of Cornwall a couple of years ago and I haven't seen much of her since. Okay, so Amiri is my general, which actually tracks. Amiri looks annoyed. So, Chief, it's about our soldiers. The pups are brewing magic potions of strength and bravery. It leaves no fear or doubt in their heads. Just fury like the howling wind. Haku's talking. I mean, back in our tribe we used it some. Mostly it's for lazybones and weaklings. A real fighter like me doesn't need that stuff. I wish there was more like me in your army. I'd let them do what they want. And the potions do make them look like real soldiers. I decided to ask you what you want. You must immediately prohibit this homemade booze among our soldiers, and arrest any who brew it. Brew it? We need fighters, not drunken murderers. Yeah, and another thing. It's super warm right now, so I'm basically melting. I provide my soldiers with weapons and ask them to kill. How they do it is their business. I won't make any on drink, but I'm not prohibiting these potions either. I like the idea of these potions. Let every soldier drink them if they really help. Whatever they lack in power, they'll make up for with this magic. What is the potion's effect? Is it dangerous? It makes you mad. It makes you want to fight. And it makes you strong as a bear. And there's something else. Amiri frowns and waves her hand. Oh, never mind about that. Okay, I'm getting a bad vibe from this. Amiri looks at you ironically. These Southerners have strange ways, you know. I don't know whether you're their chief or their nanny, Brioche. Are they adults with weapons and deadly skills, or naughty children you tell little rules? I don't understand your ways here in the South, but I'll do what you told me. It's kind of weird to see Amiri bow. Hey, Bokken. All of enhancement too. Nice. Hey, Harem. Oh, okay, it's not Harem. A young dwarf in worn-out clothes shows you a scroll of fine paper with an expensive seal. He speaks ceremoniously, like a herald. Greetings. My name's John Waradash. I come to you, your highness, with a request. Or, to be precise, to receive compensation. The Road of Shields used to run through your lands. It was built, among others, by my ancestors, members of the noble Waradash clan. That means they still own it. And even though they were driven from these lands, according to all law, if a bandit takes my father's house and kills him, the house still belongs to me. So I've come for what's mine. suppose he has a point.
Here, take a look. This scroll contains a list of expenses for building the Road of Shields, the cost of laying the stone, draining, cutting fire breaks, and so on. You and your people have lived for a long time on lands that lawfully belong to my people, making free use of the fruits of someone else's labour. Would you now please pay for the work my ancestors did? I, Dragon Waradash, humbly demand compensation for those who are no longer able to collect. I do not ask for gold. It's better that you give me a house with a shop, which will cost as much as the sum in the scroll. You see, I'm a blacksmith, and I'm used to earning my living honestly. I can't work without a shop. As soon as I get what's mine, I'll open the shop right away. Then you'll have at least one decent blacksmith.
He has a point. Kind of annoyed that I only get lawful and neutral to say yes. Okay, fine. The dwarf blinked several times, surprised. Sorry about my voice, by the way. Like I said, melting.
You agree? Just like that? Seriously? I never thought I'd meet in this land of thieves a ruler who so honoured the law. You're truly a worthy ruler. Well then, I guess we'll meet when you satisfy my petition. My respects.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that because I kind of want him to build stuff. Okay, I'll put the storyteller on that. Well, what's the worst that could happen? Okay, project, support the general's endeavours. Restoration of Bronze Shield Fortress. Okay, yeah, I'll put Ragongar on that. Aim another region. How's everyone else's week going, by the way? I mean, I know not everyone starts on a Monday, but, you know. Okay, claimed. I wonder what makes it so dire. Okay, triumph. Success. Failure. Disaster. Triumph. Success. Okay, the curator needs my help. Council wants to speak to me. Hunters are, well, poachers are doing poaching. Restoration of the Silver Shield Fortress. Oh yeah, I should build some settlements, shouldn't I? Okay, does anyone want to name a settlement? Oh, hey, Dennis. And hey, Maxting. Here you're working, playing TOTK. Okay, trying to think what TOTK is. Kiara, you're fine with the boyfriend, thanks for asking. Dennis, what's my weekly oh, Tears of the Kingdom, obviously. Nothing has exploded or caught fire. Dennis, what's my weekly average? Max Sting, apparently your brain is forever warped by Sunless Sea because apparently you can't see Curator without thinking of that old guy who hatched a frost moth. Icky, name idea, Canada Land. Oh yeah, I know someone from there. Anyone want to suggest any other names? Or shall we go with this one? Dennis, is it someone in chat right now? You can't think of who it would be? Yeah, it's a mystery. Max Sting, Tintagel, or whatever the name of that Arthurian town was, or whatever. Not familiar. Yeah, I think I like Canada Land, so. Built. Okay, and I think that guy needed the thing. Wait, was this the guy who needed it? Oh, here we are. Doggin's Armour Shop. Okay, I'm down to my last BP. So we'll just see what my advisors have to say and I'll get some more. Storyteller.
Your Highness, my calculations show that we haven't spent all the money we've allocated for cultural development. I have 3 projects, and one of which we could spend in surplus. First of all, we can send for our outstanding violin player, who wishes to tour the River Kingdoms. Second, there's a provincial teacher collecting legends, beliefs, and traditions of your subjects. As a third option, we can order a series of etchings depicting your army's feats and campaigns. It's an easy guess, Your Highness, that I suggest you pay attention to the folk wisdom collector. I myself am working on preserving tales from ancient times. He's working hard on preserving modern-day tales for our descendants. One can't do without the other, and both complement each other nicely.
Icky, Camelittle. Oh yeah, I'll name the next one Camelittle because that's amazing. Max Sting, you're trying to remember what your password was so you can log into the laptop. Icky, Hunter 2. Max Sting, no, but that's funny. Nor is it Swordfish. Okay, tell me more about each candidate.
The violin's player's endeavour is commendable. Besides, when people hear his music and learn from you, that you, Your Highness, are the one who made his concerts possible, they will certainly grant you their favour and respect. The Legend Gatherer's work seems to be the most useful, and not only for our descendants. Your subjects, Your Highness, will be proud for their culture. Thus, they may dedicate more time and money to its development. As to the series of etchings, I may be blind, but I can see this artist's true self-serving motives. And I can't say I agree with her desire to glorify the army and the officer's life. Art must reflect life, not distort the truth.
Okay, we're not going to support the military-industrial complex. Kiara suspects herself may be the Canadian. I would never allege you're a Canadian, Kiara. I mean, next you'll say you're dating a Canadian. Icky Foo suggests Mike _cool _password _copy final 2. Envious, but Brioche, I could literally start a Little America. Well, why would I want to do that? Well, you know, Little America is a treat. Okay, so I guess it's between the first or second choice. Do we help the musician, or do we preserve the folk tales? Okay, so the violinist will be +3 relations and culture. The stories will be +3 to community, loyalty and culture. I don't really need relations, so yeah, let's go with that.
Very wise, Your Highness.
I like the part where you said I'm wise. Kiara, bisected stars in Little America. Icky, it's like Little Britain, but actually funny. But would it be more racist or less racist? Probably about the same transphobic, but... Okay, Tristian has a problem. Brioche, a situation has developed. We must decide if we shall follow the letter of the law or do what my heart tells me is right. Travellers' merchant vessels roam the rivers of the stolen lands. They sell low-priced goods and bypass the official fees. They sell nothing special, of course. Cheap clothes, utensils, simple tools. They're lifesavers for our peasants who can afford little else. However, the merchants are unhappy with the current situation. They wish to fund the boat squad to hunt down and sink the travellers' boats. Oh wow. The merchants are upset about piracy. Max Ding, you did make a character with the Kingmaker module in mind. And let you tell me, he was not wise. You're not sure this is a job for the wise? Yeah, I mean, wanting to be a monarch in the first place isn't that wise. He and Kiara high-fiving? The yes response, deadpan yeses. The merchants are allegedly enforcing the laws and fighting against the sale of stolen property, but the fact they're only greedy to control the small percentage of goods that travellers live on. It's up to you to decide what we should do. I'm sure you can see why this troubles me. We must interfere and prevent this injustice. Okay, yep. We're going to tell the merchants to beat it. Because they're not sinking their rivals' boats on my watch. Thank you, Brioche. The law does not always grant protection to those in need. Icky, if any of us were wise, would we be gallivanting over a dangerous land? True. Hey, Pinkthorn, how's it going? Any new cosplay stuff in the works? Kiara, the mathematician's answer always gets a high five from you. That's fair. It's always funny. Mim Wobblegander. Goldsmith's face shines. Your Highness, please accept this humble gift as a token of my deep affection, respect, and whatever else the rules tell me I'm supposed to say. I very much hope you like it. I worked hard on it. Golden tongue. Great, I can't wait to see your next creation. Smiling broadly, Mim looks away. Believe me, I won't disappoint you. As long as I'm here, I had this brilliant idea. It's going to be something really special. Unique, perhaps. The best thing I've ever done. Mim brushes the forelock from her face. It's only... I can't say exactly what it's going to be exactly. I know how to figure it out. But to do this, I'll need you to grant me 3 wishes. 1 is already fulfilled. There are 2 more to go. Please visit me in my workshop and I'll tell you more. Interesting. Kiara, mathematician's answer always annoy your boyfriend. Pink Fawn trying to get stuff painted and built for the weekend. Oh yeah, there's which convention is it this weekend again? Durgan?
Greetings, Your Highness. I'm working myself day and night producing orders for your army. One particular item turned out too fine to serve a simple soldier. It'll be more useful for you or one of your loyal comrades. Take this gift. To our gracious ruler from her master craftsman, Durgan.
Item received, Tempest. Max Sting, Tintagel, or Trevenna, Cornish, Trewar, Bena, meaning village on a mountain, is a civil parish and village situated on the Atlantic coast of Cornwall, England. The village and nearby Tintagel Castle are associated with legends surrounding King Arthur, and in recent times it's become a tourist attraction. Ah, fair enough. Pink Fawn, it's MCM in London. Oh yeah. I think I've been asked a couple of times if I was going that way, but me and my anxiety don't take me to conventions very often. Icky, your mum often replies yes to an either or question, but she only means one of the answers and she's never consistent about which. You love her, but it does your head in. Yes. Okay, let's look at these new items then. Okay, Golden Tongue. +5 to all morale bonuses. To all persuasion checks. Yeah, I'll equip that. I mean, it's -3 AC, but persuasion check's pretty important for the PC in this game, so... You like that one, Icky? Okay, Amulet of Natural Armor +3. Oh yeah, I can give it yeah, not needed that badly. +2 schemata. Oh yeah, whoa, Tempest is a pretty good great axe. I'll give that to Amiri, because she's not really got much going on for her at the moment. So yeah, that's 6 to 27 damage. +3 speed, shot greater great axe gives its wielder the ability to cast paralysis twice a day as a 3rd level cleric. Frick yeah. Look at those effects. Yeah, Lindsay could use a new melee weapon if there's one she can equip. apparently not. Okay, time to get rid of the excess loot, I guess. Oh yeah, I can just buy BP. Yeah, that's gonna be... I could do that, but it's too boring to... Okay, councillor's busy. Okay, just gonna sell all the gear from the last adventure off.
The dangers don't frighten me.
Tessie the Quill. Damn wretches, I'll get you. I'm sorry, Your Highness. Didn't mean you. Who'd you yell at? Them thieves came and stole a few new books from me, then left a note of all things. Stolen by the brothers and a sister of Zottenruppel. Best wishes. The impudence. Okay, Zottenruppel was a NPC from Jubilos's quest. Okay, let's see. Don't really need the axe. Get rid of these daggers. Fly swatter I'll hang on to. Great sword I don't need. Long spear. Schemata I don't need. Troll Reaper I'll hang on to. Hang on to one of those just in case. Ones are all useful, so I'll hang on to those. Thanks for holding our need. coal, it's worth something. Hey Nolus, you have no sense of time. Max Sting, you finally worked out your password and you hate the password criteria that make everything so impossible and just create holes in security. It's true. Icky doing the high, I have no sense of time. Icky. And Max Sting. How you doing anyway, Nolus? I'm doing pretty good myself. Okay, emeralds. Don't need that anymore. Yeesh. Milk. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I was going to get rid of butter. I mean, going to buy some butter. Owlbear egg. And probably get rid of some of this syrup. Because it's kind of heavy. Okay. And let's just see if we can get some food. Yeah, he doesn't sell that. I suppose the tavern's where I need to get that from. Hi, One Trick Lux. How's it going? Max Sting, is it possible to take feats to make your own equipment in this game? I don't think I've seen them yet, so I'd guess not. Icky, your password must be between 7 and 19 characters. Feature letters, numbers, and special characters in that order. And be an anagram of Splendiferous. Yeah, I think the problem is, if the criteria for passwords is too high, like, they just become impossible to remember and they become basically an issue. Because, like, if you take 4 common words and put them together, as long as you don't use obvious words, you can quite easily remember them, and that's actually quite a strong password that's not going to get guessed. Exactly, Max Sting. It means you need to circumvent the system. I mean, I have a... What I usually do is well, I've been using the Firefox password generator quite a lot. Yeah, I'm going to put Knock Knock back in my party. Oh, and he's got Constitution drained, so I'm going to need to do something about that. Max Sting, correct horse battery staplers, too well known now. Oh yep, the XKCD reference. Which everyone must make. At least once a stream. Oh yeah, so the tavern is where I can buy butter. And I can't remember the exact item. I mean the exact recipe that uses it, but I remember I've got a recipe that uses butter. It reminds me... Got recipes. I mean, I've got a recipe in here, so... Here we are. Black Linen stew. Anyway. Sell me butter, Alina. Okay, no butter. Maybe it's harder to find than I think. No less, you've been watching too much Magic the Gathering content. You're sitting here thinking, you wonder what cards are staples in the correct horse battery format. I'll be honest, I didn't know enough about Magic to get that joke. Icky, knock knock, who's there in the party? No less, if it was any fewer words, it'd just be an auto-generated username. Yep. Or the, auto-generated words for, Twitch clips. Oh yeah, it reminds me. How's the Tiefling cosplay doing? We're up to 94%. 473,904 points. Heck to the yeah. I'll be painting myself blue in no time. Well, anyway, it's time to get some quests on, I think. So an Ancient Curse Part 4 has another few months left on it. So we've got Obliteration, Bloody Craft, On the Edge, and that's about it. Any errands? Oh yeah, only the Rock's Egg. And to be honest, I don't know where to find one because I already found the area where you get one from and already made it into an omelette. No less, there's some weird Magic format variants up as you go. You watched a game where both players share the same deck and have cards that reorder the top few cards and put cards back in. Okay, that's weird. But interesting. I mean, the other day I was watching a video about Commander, which I understand is basically where you get to pick a card and sort of use that as your sort of main character, which is kind of a neat concept. Right, I need some restoration for Knock Knock. Okay, that didn't work. Okay. Resting or restoration magic won't work. So I need the stronger one. Great. Can't even remember what caused it. Hmm? Max Sting, you heard the guy came up with the symbols and special characters password nonsense, has apologised for it. And also the guy came up for pop-ups. Nick, Commander lets you build around a specific mechanic a lot more because you're guaranteed to have that card. Oh, that makes sense. Because obviously, presumably, you basically need to build a deck with multiple copies of a given card otherwise. Okay, let's try a Scroll of Restoration. There we go. Pleasure doing business with you. Just save so I don't lose that. Max saying it's probably for the best I can't take craft feats, but it's a pity because it would be nice to have a particular piece of equipment that rounds out your build. Yeah. I wonder if they wanted to implement it but couldn't. Max Sting, it looks like this game doesn't have the armor you'd like to put on your wizards anymore. Either Haramaki or Silken Ceremonial Robe, which gives a +1 armor bonus and can be used to hang enchantments on it. Fair enough. Icky, looks like I need to cast Greater Restoration. Ah yes, the spell that lets you shred cheese again. Right, let's go do some side quests. The sidiest of quests. Okay, so that's where the alleged murderer is. Oh yeah, I should claim some of this stuff. Okay, peaceful travellers. How peaceful? Is it going to be the Skelly? It's the Skelly! So yeah, for those who missed the stream where he first showed up, his backstory is basically that he made a deal with a dragon to sell off bits of its hoard. Maximised Mess Magic Rod. That could come in handy. Helmet of Confidence, which is a very nice looking hat, to be fair. Yeah, I'll take the Mess Magic Rod.
Is there trouble?
I wish you could pet the horse. Max Sting, you got to play your Space Pirate again yesterday. Feels nice after a couple of months of the tabletop game being on hiatus. Heck yeah. It's always great when a game sort of comes off hiatus. Okay, there's the hidden camp. Max Sting. Sorry, Icky. Now you know this has nothing to do with Shadowrun because they never cut a deal with a dragon. True thanks. Max Sting, it's interesting having a character who's increasingly difficult to operate on because her cybernetics are both difficult to maintain and also difficult to operate around. She's a hanger queen. Extend matter magic sounds helpful, especially with spells that already have long durations. I think it's extending as in distance extension, not duration extension. And yeah, resistance bonuses don't stack with other resistance bonuses, so a cloak of resistance plus 5 if it's going to be better. Just because you get it for everything else. Icky, plot hook idea. The party have to solve a murder case, not to find the murderer, but because someone's falsely bragging about it and they want to show him up. Okay, I might steal that for my Pathfinder game. Okay, let's go investigate this alleged murderer.
Now you see me. Now you don't.
Okay, we've got some hunters. How do? Okay, stealthing didn't spot us while we were stealthing. Hey, Enfys. Oh wait, no, you've been here all along, Enfys. Max Sting regarding resistance bonuses. Still, come to think of it, if you had a cloak you really wanted to have fun with, like the Cloak of the Manta Ray, you might never get the whole range of saving throw bonuses, but it might be sufficient to make the build playable. True. Sorry, Enfys, you haven't been saying much today. Oh yeah, Enfys doesn't stream per se right now, but could we get a shout out for 8-Bit Goggles? Since Enfys has been on his channel quite a bit lately. I believe he had to call the stream off today for reasons, but... Okay, a tall and well-built half-elf. Hello? With a scar under his left eyes, watching you with great interest.
What a surprise. The Queen herself. That's someone you'd never expect to meet you in the middle of nowhere. Allow me to introduce myself, Your Highness. My name's Invri.
A half-elf bows to you, touching his weapon and keeping his eyes fixed on you.
I suspect I might already know the answer. But still, to what do I owe the pleasure?
Okay, lawful evil option of attacking them. Who are you?
Allow me to introduce my comrades by the campfire. They're followers of the goddess who respects freedom and pleasure, free from rules and hypocrisy. from excessive regulations and outdated attitudes. I'm sure you know who I'm talking about. We are the Callistrian Hunters, the favoured of the savoured sting. The narrow-minded might think us mercenaries, killers, thugs, but believe me, we're far from ordinary criminals. We're paid for our work, much like executioners carrying out sentences. We are, so to speak, wish fulfillment agents. That's one way to put it, I suppose. Thanks, Nihilus. Enfierce Final Fantasy 7 should be next week. But you know how wizard time be? This is true. Angols is nothing if not a wizard. A skeleton wizard. Max Sting, the best chocobo you ever got in Final Fantasy 7, was wildly inconsistent in her control and pathing around the track, but was so much faster than anyone else that you were never able to improve. It was maddening. Yeah, I wonder how the whole chocobo game works under the hood. I'd imagine it's probably quite well documented by now. Data miners and all. I'll admit I wasn't planning on getting to know you any better. But as it turns out, well, I underestimated you. So you found us. What are you going to do now? Invi's smile is polite and almost gentle, but he keeps his hand relaxed on the hilt of his blade. What are you doing in my domain? We're here for a reason, Your Highness. I'd heard much about your country's morals, so I thought the likes of us might find shelter here. And some work to do. Very well paid work. But like any ruler, you can't do without your law enforcers. These dumb officers are the reason why we stay off the streets during the day.
The guards in charge of the investigation, and even the priest, failed to identify them as murderers at first.
Is that a compliment? Thank you.
Okay, I think I'm slipping a bit towards the merchant here.
Your Highness, I confess we do like to think of ourselves as artistes, but if you must expect me to reveal our secrets.
Invi shakes his head and smiles. Oh my god, they're murder hobos. Hey Douglas. Hope the game's going well. Yep, I'll say. We've found a camp of murder hobos. Exactly, Iki.
We reject the laws laid down upon us. We will never wear seatbelts.
Yeah, I've unfollowed someone on Facebook because they posted a really stupid meme about wearing seatbelts outside of cars if you wear a mask inside a car. It's like, because throughout the entire pandemic I was wearing a mask while I was driving just because it's easier not to take it off. Max Sting, Callista's interesting, and you've made a couple of characters who worship her. Yeah, thinking about whether or not your character worships one of the settings gods is usually overlooked unless you play a cleric or something. Callistra, also known as the Savoured Sting, and the Unquenchable Fire, is the goddess of lust and revenge, who takes on many faces and guises. Well then. Given your craft, I'd expect you to be worshipping Norgorba, not Callistria. Invi winces.
Not at all, Your Highness. Our delightful and gracious goddess couldn't be compared to that moody loner.
Okay, if they're gonna complain that she's an emo.
Callistra gives pleasure in exchange for carrying out retribution. Is that not a pure and noble cause?
Callistrian hunters, killing for revenge? Is that how you make sacrifices to your goddess?
Not exactly, Your Highness, but since you asked.
Invi takes a deep breath.
My goddess favours those who embrace passion, whether spiritual or intimate. It is common for the narrow-minded to reduce it to sexual pleasure, but Callistria is a mistress of all manner of passions.
Oh yeah, that's kind of how, if you say lust these days, most people think of sexual lust, but it can technically mean all sorts of stuff. Max Sting and Pathfinder, you never overlook it. Even when they don't, or they're more attached to a pantheon or hire a mercenary in their worship, that's a character trait you don't ignore. Yeah, Nick's quite big on making sure, like, having characters at least consider picking, like, if they don't pick a god, you at least have to explain why they don't bother. Hi, twin bros. How am I? Pretty good. Just pathfindering it up. Talking some murder hobos. Maxting, Maltheists are their own thing. People who just hate all the gods. Yeah. It's kind of interesting how a setting that actually literally has gods that sort of influence the world handles it. I mean, to be fair, you can always have an atheist in a sort of a D&D-esque setting with very tangible gods, because they can just feel like they're just very powerful spellcasters or some such. I mean, a concept I've really wanted to try is basically a warlock who made a pact with a god instead of becoming their cleric. Keith is keen on remembering your warlock's patron. Too keen, you might say. I mean, it is a ready-made quest hook. Oh yes, the chaotic neutral has a diplomacy option. Okay, I've got plus 23 to diplomacy. It's a 24 check. So I have a very... Statistically, as long as I don't roll a 1, I'll be fine. You know what? Stay in my lands, do your jobs, and I'll see to it that you're left alone. It will cost you about 70% of your profit. Invri squints one eye. You clearly know what you're doing, your highness. Bargaining with you is not just risky, it's plain dangerous. Very well, we'll do it your way. Let's discuss something else. You're a rational ruler, so you must refrain from openly mingling with assassins. That's your business. It concerns me not. Just be sure to call off your watchdogs when we ask. Your guards are not very clever, but they're persistent. Sooner or later they will hunt us down and drive us out. That is when I'll remind you of our deal. I'll be relying on your assistance. Well, if we're done here... Invri makes another bow. It's time for us to go. We may have become friends today, but let's remain distant friends for now. You know what they say, separation makes the heart grow fonder. Well then. I might regret that choice, but we'll see how it goes. Well, let's just take a look around, see if there's anything else on this map. Maxting, your old DM found your fighter character sheet. Enfys, also Hexblade, given the apparent connection to the Raven Queen in the OG material. Maxting, your old fighter Janet. Mutation warrior who worships Jade, the Imperial Lord of Cowards and the Untested. She's the one you realised was transfem after quitting the game you played her in, and you want to play as the woman she'll transition to become. Okay, that's cute. I think I've said quite a few times before, but the reason Wrath of the Righteous is, which is the adventure path that was adapted into this game's sequel, is my favourite, is because it contains one of Pathfinder's canon transfem characters. His backstory is that she was basically a rogue who disguised herself as a woman for a thing, and realised she was trans that way, and just started living as a woman and adventuring. Met and married a paladin who rescued her from a very dangerous job. And she's obviously an NPC. You can do stuff like, I think there's the original Adventure Path has a little side quest where you recover a sword that was traded for an elixir of sex shift, as it's called in the game, aka a potion of transgender. Okay, hill giants. Get to us, Amiri. Yeah, she is pretty cool. And like, I'm really hyped to play Wrath of the Righteous, because apparently she's a guest party member right at the start of the game. Oop, enemies, eh?
An ambush, eh?
A Smilodon.
A simple smile goes a long way.
Guess there's a Smilodon on his face. Okay.
Serves you right.
Clever ploy.
Okay, Miri, drop stealth and charge.
Set up camp.
Okay, that was easy. You like that one, Icky? Max Sting. Smiler don't. Max Sting and Eldritch Scoundrel will be cool for playing with gender stuff, since they get spells with Disguise Self and Alter Self, and competent rogues. How is Amiri's stealth? Good question. Yeah, she's got 0 in stealth. I'd imagine it's actually quite bad. Skin the Smilodon. And I guess we're leaving. Icky goddess, help you, you do. Nolus, check mix. Well,
Set up camp.
checks mix. Bag. Donut chip is back. Tries it. Never heard of it before. I'll be honest, I'd never heard of Chex Mix before. I'd assume there's some sort of American thing. Cheese Cressessa sounds nice. Oh yeah, chocolate ice cream, that was what I was thinking of. Plus 3 bonus to all skill checks for a day. I need to work out where to get some butter.
How could you hide everything from us? How did you become connected in this strange way? Are you sure there are only 2 of you and not like 4? Do you have one body? Is your grandfather really a devil?
The waterfall of questions pouring from your mouth is one of the reasons we never tell anyone anything about ourselves.
Nolas, do we have the breakfast cereal checks over there? No, we don't. It might be sold. It might be that we have it, but it's sold under a different name. But I don't think we have anything by that name. No. And yeah, Max Sting, it's worth stealthing just in case, but yeah. Icky, they made a cereal based on the video game. Oh yeah, I remember now. There was a thing called Chex Quest. So yeah, I have heard of the cereal. Pink Fawn, yeah, I think I saw a video about it that said it was a Doom conversion. So I have no reason to doubt it. Still, oh yeah, we were at the lodge. I remember now. Okay, so who's the person we're speaking to?
So lucky to stumble on this place, not a single house around. And you get food as well, as shelter. I try not to think it's in the stew I ordered.
Okay, Dumra. What are we doing here again? Okay, so we're looking for the enemy of a smith. Icky, you wonder if they licensed the source code to make Chex Quest or if it was just a mod. Maxing, Chex is a relatively fluffy textured puff grain cereal in the shape of pillows. Generally comes without any sugar or some such. Oh, so it's like sugar puffs but without the sugar. Well, I think they're called honey puffs now. Dennis, so just puffs. Pink Fawn, Doom went open source pretty quickly. I mean, it became shareware, so there was a full version and a demo version, which was one of the reasons it became so successful. So they say. Okay, speak to this adventure. Okay, neither of them like the stew. Icky, you think mods weren't allowed to be compatible with the shareware version? Oh yeah. Ah, stranger. The girl is eyeing you expectantly, her hand laying casually over her weapon. The hand is missing its two smallest fingers. Who do I have the pleasure of addressing? I'm Brioche, Queen of these lands. Who are you? I am the Last Wall Inquisitor. Iomadai's servant. I'm looking for a dangerous criminal. His trail leads to the Stolen Lands. The rascal is the only remaining member of the gang that spread terror across the lands. I took a vow to put an end to their bloody tale. Have you heard the name Vrask? The girl looks eagerly at you. Of course I know the name. He's the criminal I'm after. What do you know of him? What's this criminal done? A half-orc formed a gang with his wife, sons and daughters. Yomadai knows how many people he killed for their money. How many children he deprived of their parents. His whole family was awash in bloodshed until my comrades and I tracked them down and put an end to their violence. Only Vrask managed to escape. Okay, so Vrask's story was that bandits butchered his family. So I guess this is an interesting twist. Dennis. Check's Quest was released in 1996 and the source code for Doom was released in 97. Notice you think one of the things in Check's mix is this round dark brown cracker thing. That's very uninteresting. As far as you can tell, it's a donut chip. That's just again but white bread or whatever. Interesting. Max Sting 1997, wasn't that the year Parasite Eve came out? And also Fallout 1. We also cloned a sheep and teleported a photon and Princess Diana died. Yep, that sounds about right. Although we didn't get Parasite Eve in Europe. Dennis, they completely separated the engine from the level data, so you don't know how that would work, unless they put some sort of DRM in it. I mean, to be fair, I think legally it's difficult to actually copyright source code. So in theory, you could it might have been a legal grey area at the time. Who knows? Max Sting, also England ceded Hong Kong to mainland China. Oh yeah. Which saw a shift in Jackie Chan's movies to from making fun of Britain and other Western powers to making fun of China-ish, sorta. There was a lot of worries about that at the time. Yeah. I don't think I'd even comment on it. Max Sting, ironic since he seems rather fond of the state nowadays. Oh, seriously? That kind of sucks. Icky, but did England get all the opium back? Yes, the time the Empire resorted to drug dealing to get tea. Really is the most British thing imaginable. I couldn't let the crime go unpunished, and I swore to pursue him until one of us falls dead. I only here lost the track at the edge of the swamps of the Stolen Lands. You would hardly take an interest in this matter if you weren't involved. Do you know anything about Vrask? Where is he now? Say the word and I'll rid your lands of the bar steward. Okay, so this raises some questions. Max Sting, you're American, you have your own awful crimes. I mean, I think one thing, this is just my personal opinion, obviously. But to be honest, I don't think there's really, a reason, and I know some people might get angry about this, but I think America and the British Empire are quite unseparated. Like, obviously, you became an independent state, but you're very much the result of a British colonial project. And it's not like you stopped acting like a colony after ceding. Yeah, the crimes of America are the crimes of Britain and vice versa. In a lot of ways. Okay, Well, I'm not going for the lawful good option. Definitely not the chaotic evil option. Rask is on the right side of the law now. He won't hurt anyone. The girl studies you for a moment and speaks with regret. Do you think I'll give up on my mission just like that? I won't. I know he's alive. I know where he is. He's in your capsule, right? Even if he's not there, he must be somewhere nearby. I shall keep looking until I fulfill my vow. Okay, so I can't kill her. I don't want to just rat him out. You must do as you see fit. The girl sighs. Thank you for not keeping me from my task. My little holiday is over. Verask is in one of the local settlements, one step away from being arrested. Its time will soon come. Farewell, Your Highness. Oh, that was failed. Well, time for a couple more side quests to do. Well, okay, that one's not done yet. So I need to speak to Shirelle. Yeah, I mean, like I said, the United States basically continued acting like a British colony after seceding from Britain, so it more or less ended up, yeah. I mean, I'm not entirely sure I'm qualified to talk about that sort of thing. Maybe you should ask a historian, but... Lots of yikes. Troll clearing.
I don't tolerate threats.
Oh, hey, it's the Dormer Cat. Fighting a Dormer Cat.
Down.
Well, I like this Dormer Cat, so...
Deserved it.
Tear them apart! Primitives!
Oh, see ya. Lenny, be nice to the animals. I mean, it's okay. Dormer cats are sapient. They can think for themselves and therefore face the consequences of their actions. Wait, does that make it better or worse? Well, I'm gonna go look at some stuff. Events. Visitors from another world. Okay, storyteller. Address it. Yeah, let's have a look at the troll clearing and see what happens. It's a book event. The small glade showed signs of brutal troll feasts. It was littered with gnawed bones, the ground was furrowed with marks from huge feet, the trees held gouges from sharp claws, and the branches had been adorned with the skulls of humans and animals, both old and new. Unfortunately, the trolls' tracks vanished outside the glade, but we could tell that the trolls used this place often. Of course, we'd already found the trolls' lair, but this spot would give us a chance to catch a few more of the beasts by surprise. Having prepared our ambush, we waited. Maxting, you ever think about how at high wizard levels a familiar might qualify as a professor or a school staff in their own right? Intelligence 15 and a large pool of their master's knowledge. Yeah. I think there's at least one tabletop RPG game where you literally just play as the familiars of a wizard. I suppose it just raises some questions about how much autonomy they have when they become sapient. The trolls were already taking their time. The sun rose higher and higher, but we heard nothing from the woods but birdsong and the buzzing of insects. The fruitless waiting began to tire us out, and Miri killed time sharpening her an already razor-sharp blade. Keep waiting. As the sun set, the glade was still empty, darkness spread across the scraps of the troll's feast, and grass began to fill with the dim light of fireflies. For 2 hours, Jubilos had been reading a book. He held it closer and closer to his eyes as the sun went down, when finally his nose bumped into the book. He slammed it shut and stowed it in his backpack.
Can we be on our way? It's clear we won't be getting any bites here.
Nolus, were you blocked by something? Okay, it blocks the word thrush. That raises questions. Yeah, Nick's right. Thrush is a STI. Yeah, it's basically a disease where little worms get under your skin. It can be very itchy and painful. Anyways, we continued waiting. Jubilos sighed ostentatiously.
Indeed, why hurry? We'll just hang around here and wait for the bodies of our enemies to float down the river. I mean, first, we'll need a river to run this way through these parts. But we're patients, aren't we? We can wait for that as well.
Ambushes take time. We continued waiting in the hope that the trolls would show themselves eventually. It was late at night. We listened to the sounds of the forest, waiting to hear the roar of a troll at any moment. Instead, all we heard were the hooting of owls. Our muscles grew numb and our eyelids grew heavy. Loud snoring came from the bushes in which Jubilos had hidden himself. Amiri prodded the gnome in the ribs to wake him up. Hey! No sleeping! Why are you so weak? Back home everyone trained with runs up the hill before dawn, in full gear, day and night. You become a real warrior, you drop dead. The gnome moved further away from the barbarian.
Whatever,
he said.
I was taught to wash my hands before a meal, but do I come and lecture you?
Okay, I'm enjoying reading this. We continued waiting. With little hope remaining, we decided to give the trolls one more chance to show up. The sky began to lighten, the hooting owls gave way to a twittering morning birds. We rubbed our eyes as we looked around the glade, and yet again. Suddenly, a loud crackling sound came from the bushes. Alert now, we reached for our weapons, but instead of the trolls, what we saw jump into the egg glade was a huge deer. Succeeded at a law nature check with a 40, because Pathfinder just loves rolling big numbers. Nolus, someone who's not a VIP or a mod, wants to annoy also mod for science and say herpes. Did anyone try that? No. It might be its best taunt also mod. Never know what it might do. Emphis, you're a VIP, so you're probably okay. Well, that added nothing, but... Onion soup sounds tasty. Oh yeah, cheese crisette is probably useful.
Damn it! It's like I never left the tribe. How far do I have to go before I'm not running into Kellids on every hill?
You wouldn't meet any in Clash. But I don't think you'd like my tribe any better than your own.
Maxine, your wife's fond of onion soup. You should learn to cook it for her. Yeah, onion soup's quite nice. Like, it's a bit of a trick learning to caramel the onions just right before you start adding the stock and everything. It's really easy when you get the hang of it. Okay, let's investigate the monster den. Let's see. Oh, okay, awesome. Wasn't worried about gonorrhea.
Head down, move quiet.
To be fair, it's always kind of arbitrary. Ooh. Potatoes, egg, butter. I can make ice cream. Hello, ancient wyvern. Knock knock, if you would.
Knock knock used to lighting enemies on fire first.
Let's make this quick.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah. Oh.
Well, that was easy.
An ambush, eh?
Okay, so we've got some dead adventurers. Lucky longbow. Interesting. Scale mail +1, gold ring. Very nice. And thank you for the quote, Enfys. Nullis, you don't think subs are exempt? Maxting, is that why it flagged you? Okay, I can't be mad because that was a good pun. And yes, Maxting, Knock Knock is a beast. If he gets off his sneak attack, he gets like 5 attacks. And all of them obviously do massive amounts of damage. I'm pretty sure he can outdamage Amiri the Barbarian. Without even trying. Okay, there's a bottle of syrup here for some reason. I guess it must have just been a wyvern had a nest, someone stumbled along it and got murderized. Ooh, a recipe for sausages. Wonder what that does. Lucky longbow, +1 enhancement. Critical multiplier for this weapon is ×3 instead of ×4 instead of ×3. Nice. Well, I didn't get anything in there but butter's nice. Max seeing Amiri has a butter fortitude save and HP. Yeah, to be fair, I think barbarians and pathfinders are basically more tanks than damage dealers, so that makes sense. Rogues are, of course, more glass cannons than anything, so it makes sense that not can out damage her. Let's look a bit south here. Okay, there's nothing. Let's claim some new territory.
I decree we set up camp.
And more to the point, let's make some ice cream. Oh yeah, what do the sausages do? +1 temporary hit point per character level. Okay, that is tempting. But yep. Chocolate ice cream. Because that's a +3 bonus to all skill checks.
Knock knock feels not so good. Knock knock will vomit. World is hurling. Head light.
So it was you who stole my glasses. Take them off and give them back before you break them.
Max Sting, you know about maple syrup, but what other tree saps can be made into good syrups? Never heard of birch syrup or oak? I mean, to be fair, you can make syrup out of all sorts of things. Like, in theory, if there's any ready source of sugar, it can be boiled into syrup. I mean, in theory, you could actually make it from malt. No, I decree we set up camp. You died and made you queen, because it sure as hell wasn't me. I think it's actually the player character saying that, no less, so kind of is. And to be fair, I know exactly who died and made me queen. Okay, that one succeeded. Good to know, good to know. It's nice just sort of exploring this area and finding new things.
I decree we set up camp.
And still, how do great empires decay? How does their fall begin? This is a mystery worthy of a great mind.
In the north, every fool knows the answer. The end is near when a great chief who has conquered all the neighboring tribes starts to eat more than hunt and sleep more than fight.
Max Sting, who did die to make me queen? You haven't played this module. Yeah, the starter guy was the Stag Lord. And there's a bunch of other people in the way. Like, there was a leash we killed again. A barbarian chief we sort of banished instead.
An ambush, eh?
Okay, random encounter. Show yourself. Okay.
Knock more runner and talker than fighter.
You offend me. Any last wishes?
Yeah, might as well just use haste.
May I suggest another way to use the spell? May I suggest another way to use the spell? Your time is over. False knave.
Max Sting, something about this background music makes you want to listen to Night from the Light from the Netherworld from the Xenogears opening. Yeah, I should really get around to playing Xenogears. These poor kobolds. I'm actually feeling quite bad about this. Really, I feel dreadful. Max Sting, understanding what's going on is difficult at times. It helps to have some background in Gnostic Christianity. Duly noted. Oh yeah. Well, it's that time of the stream again. What are we up to now? Nearly 2 hours. Yeah, what's across here then? Okay, this is one of those, I can't go this way yet things. Our road once again led us to the border of Pitax, where bandits unconcerned for the law were the Okay, I'll read it out. Imagine how surprised we were when instead of bandits, we bumped into a guard patrol. Could it be that King Avarati was determined to restore order along his border? I've seen all sorts of miracles, but those would be hard to believe. The guard kindly informed us that the borders were closed due to a travel ban. This was not because of a war or because of plague, but because of the celebration. The kingdom was preparing for the Rushlight tournament, and the king was busy giving personal consultations to painters, artists, and the masters of the stage who'd be responsible for the event. The queen and I exchanged smiles. Too bad for the poor artists. According to the guard, the king ordered the borders closed to keep the secrets and the details of his coming triumph. The guardsmen were polite but adamant. Fortunately, we had no reason to challenge him and fast away into Pitax. Max Sting, the music's by the guy who did the music for Chrono Trigger, Chrono Cross, and the SNES Satellite View game Radical Dreamers. Yasunori Masuda did the sound design on a lot of Final Fantasy stuff before. He's rather fond of tricksy stuff like non-functional harmonies. Well, I don't know much about music, but that sounds kind of neat. The Queen specifically asked what would happen if we violated the ban. The guard frowned. Most probably we'd have to have a fight, and you would win. Then a diplomatic crisis would follow, and in any case you'd be expelled from Pitax. We discussed the situation and decided there was no need to derail our relations with Pitax without a good reason. Unable to stop myself, I blurted out. Could it be that the true reason for this ban is to prevent King Avarati's subjects from leaving the country? The guard spared no effort to reassure this was just rumor and speculation, coming from unproven sources. But of course, we know full well that it was no rumour. In fact, many refugees had fled Avarati's kingdom to find a new home in our lands. I myself am living proof of that. Before someone could disgrace us with an ignorant question about the tournament, I gave my friends a short lecture. Trying to avoid overcomplicated vocabulary, I explained that the tournament was founded by King Avarati and is held on the Rushlight River. All sorts of champions gather from across the river kingdoms. There they compete in fishing, a highly respectable talent in those parts, the art of boasting, and the skill of fighting when you're so drunk that you can hardly stand on your feet. I still don't understand why everyone thinks this is so funny. There are many other interesting competitions in the same vein. Max Sting is very interesting to listen to even without the game attached. I'm sure there's a YouTube video on it I can watch at some point. Okay, having no reason to violate the ban, we turned back. Let's keep exploring. Dappled Quagmire. What lurks in the Dappled Quagmire? Max Sting, you can't lie, that tawny sounds fun. Yeah, I think we've already received an invitation to it.
I'll scout ahead.
Actually, or not. Poisonous Shambling Mound. Oh, okay, it spotted Lindsay. Oh no. It's a Nixie. I hate Nixies. Hydra?
Away, you rascal!
Okay, that's one problem down. Okay, Miri, time for some scouting. Okay, the Nixie prankster has cast greater invisibility. Oh no. Just gonna have to hope for the best here. Oh, there it is. Maxine, you know, it'd be cool if a follower of Desna could put up warnings about hazards in the region after you map it. Because that's a thing they do in canon. Maxine, if I hit it with enough fire, does it become a Lodra?
Stand down.
Okay, what's the AC on this thing? Not that high, I'm just rolling really badly. Okay, you've lost through it. Bloody concealment. Yeah, there's a concealment chance, but it'll say if that was a miss because of that. Okay, has Lindsay got something for here? Oh yeah, break enchantment. Break enchantment. Okay, full round. Oh damn. Oh, there's more of them.
I'm leaking rascal. Getting dizzy.
Okay, time for the nuclear option. And I mean the nuclear option. Yeah, it's annoying, but to be fair. didn't mean to bring up the map. Yeah, to be fair, area of effect attacks mostly bypass it, so...
Taste my fury.
Okay, break enchantment. Okay, that dispelled confusion and haste, but liquid. Oh, come on, Amiri.
Protect me, please. What a miserable last
That's not
thing.
good. Okay, controlled fireball. Yeah, it's a good. Well, to be fair, it's a good thing I've just got character death switched off, just because it'll be too annoying. Oh, damn, that's not good.
I'm getting killed here!
And yes, this is indeed a very unpleasant fight indeed.
All my knowledge, all my genius, lost!
Max staying, if the character deaths are on, would they be at 0 HP or would they stick around to be stabilised? I think they'd be, the stabilisation rules would kick in. Oh yeah, can I... Yes. Okay, Stinking Cloud's gonna last 3 more rounds, which is not ideal. Max Sting, would that make them a liability for area effect spells? Yeah, it would a bit. Okay, how ironic. I don't have enough actions to use the ability that would, cure the negative effects. Okay, one more round and these guys are as good as dead. Now we'll see who's laughing. Dodge this. Okay, they dodged it by dint of being resistant to magic. I hate it when they do that. It's true, Nihilus, not many people can do their jobs in their sleep. Okay, Amiri's back up-ish. With a ton of strength damage.
This won't kill me. I'll survive. I always survive.
You offend me.
Okay, that is very annoying. Yeah, that's not allowed.
Your time is over.
Yeah, I think I might need to load this because it's a lot more difficult than I was expecting it to be. Nihilus, they're still making Transformers movies. Yeah, I think they're actually introducing the characters from the Beast Wars series. Yeah, I think this is going to be a party wipe. Ah damn, here it comes. Only one thing to do.
Sister, protect me.
Well, I'm not gonna go to there again for a while. Island spill. Hemlock Island.
Why don't we set up camp?
Okay. Okay, I think it's doing this thing where I can't click on anything again. That's not good. Exactly, Nerlis. You can't close your book. Oh, and I can't... Great. Okay, Task Manager. Kingmaker. End task. That was unfortunate. Okay, I'll just try loading it again then. And hopefully it won't have messed anything up. Nerlis, you can't grate ye cheese. We need ye priest to cast ye restoration spell. I mean, to be fair, the Hydra, if I hadn't got bogged down or fighting the other enemies, that Hydra would have probably gone down quite easily. Which then, again, I suppose was the entire point. Okay, let's see where we load then. Okay, let's take a rest. And let's try rice and nut pudding for the speed bonus. That does actually sound quite tasty. Maxting, sequels, prequels, and spin-offs. I have for the Transformers movies. They make a lot of them. Mental dexterity. There's a gang of petty illusionists in the lands of the Queen. They're passing off copper coins as golden ones. This fraud must be stopped. Oh, Jubilost is busy. Well, in any case, I should probably get back on that quest, shouldn't I? I think the quest giver lived in Old Birch Lookout. No less they're doing Beast Wars now, you think, but they have both the robot animals and the car robots. Oh no, Beast Wars isn't an AU.
That don't count.
It's just times displaced. Like, near the end of the show, there was a whole thing where,
I'll scout ahead.
the, Predacons tried to basically,
Can you make an epic pose?
assassinate the, Autobots in their sleep. Oh yeah, now I remember there was a whole time travel thing, where it turned out they were on prehistoric Earth. Oh hey, it's the drummer cat again. Well, that was undramatic. What's up?
Dangers don't frighten me.
Max Sting, you'll be honest, you didn't watch much Beast Wars. Yeah, my brother and I loved it. To be fair, it was definitely a good use of early CGI, considering they were just making robots with it. Well, animating robots with it, they weren't making robots per se, but you know what I mean. Nihilus, you were picturing Optimus Prime staring at the Statue of Liberty going, darn you all to heck. I mean... you're not technically wrong. Curious about this old Mesa. Wonder if we'll find a physicist causing an accident. Oh, there he is.
Oh, it's you. Please accept my gratitude for the workshop. The house is beautiful, the neighbours are wonderful, and everyone is so kind and friendly. I'm flooded with orders. And to think I could be rotting away in jail for a false accusation.
What do you want to tell me? Shiro looks around nervously.
I beg your forgiveness, your highness, for making you come all the way to our distant region. There are too many guards at the palace that were chasing me recently. The thing is, I think I know who wrongfully accused me. There is a tailor in the capital. His name is Morhalan. He has the reputation of a brilliant master, so I wanted to become his apprentice. But when I went to his workshop... in his workshop I saw things which alarmed me very much. Vests, shoes, gloves, all made from reptile skin, but the pattern was... distinct. I've only seen the pattern on lizard folk, intelligent beings, who also live in the stolen lands as far as I know. I tried asking Morhalan about it, but he threw me out into the cold. And when I did try to start my own business and open up a shop, I was literally driven out of the capital.
Well, that's not good. Okay, see you, Max Sting, and thanks for dropping by.
You'll hardly take my word for it, but it's true. Master Taylor in the capital is butchering lizard folk to make clothes from their skins. I'm no tracker, but I can't go hunting down Mohalan's poachers, but you could. If only you could find those murderers in the marshes and bring some evidence. The guards will take this seriously, and will rid the capital of a great evil. Okay, I'll track down the hunters. Thank the gods. I'm sorry I cannot say where to find the wretches. I'm certain they must be hunting in the Nar marshes. That's where you'll find them. I'd like to know more about you. The young Cheryl looks embarrassed. He fixes his hair, trying to hide the blush in his cheeks. What would you like to know? Where are you from? I come from Erigues. It's a small fishing village. Sorry, small fishing town in Kyondin. That's the place where the elves send my kind into exile. They exile for half-breeds. My father is a fisherman and a smuggler. He served as a steersman on an Andron warship until he met my mother and settled down. My mother is a net weaver. There's an art to weaving a fishing net, and my mother is simply the best at it. She taught me to tie knots and weave patterns. How did you become a tailor? I started when I entered Erigues Academy. I wasn't much into archaeology, but you don't have that many options in Erigues. It's either academy or a fishing business. That was when I realised that an ancient elven ornament can spruce up any object at all. I realised that using this sort of design made anything I sewed quite exquisite and quite popular. A couple of months later, half the student body was wearing my vest and capes. I'd finally found my passion, but then I left in search of better opportunities. You blush all the time. Me? Oh, yes, indeed. Cheryl turns purple and laughs. Exactly, Enfys. People are friends, not clothes. Whatever you do, you shouldn't wear out your welcome. I beg your pardon, your highness. I'm not used to chatting with the ruler of the kingdom herself. Before I met you, I'd always thought that rulers never talked to ordinary people. You're different. Let's discuss it later. Okay. Well, let's track down the, poachers. Oh, are they really poachers if they're, Question, why can't he just tell the guards to take this seriously? Okay, so the Nar marshes. Well, we're in the Nar marshes, so...
Why don't we set up camp?
Somebody broke all my quills! Wait a second. They were chewed. Knock, knock!
What? Where? Knock Knock can't hear. Knock Knock is very busy.
I love he shouted that with the whole, robot house inflection. Nolus, assigned gender at birth strikes again. I don't guess it. Ooh, I can claim this. Oh no, I can't.
Yeah, I'll travel back to Tuxdale and claim the territory. That should make this easier. Nullis, a cab, but oh, okay. All guards are bastards. Makes sense.
Oh, time to get some rest, isn't it?
Oh, come on, we're nearly there, you babies. Breathing into the mic a fair bit, just so I know. Oh, sorry, the mic guard was in the way. Sorry about that. I mean, it wasn't in the way.
Your Grace, there's a small matter. A series of small matters, actually. That's growing into a large problem. Your goblin ally seems to have invited more of his tribe to the capital. And they're acting as if it is their home. It seems your goblin friend and his allies have been industrious in their latest blasphemy. They're erecting statues of Lamashu, the mother of beasts, right out of the capital. It's heresy and it's spreading fear and panic among the people. Could you please look into the matter? The guards are hesitant to deal with the one close to you personally.
Okay, I should probably speak to him about that. Shirao, the half-elf is clearly embarrassed to be alone. Ooh, go on, Fred. Decent robe for a mage. Yep, a cape will do. Knock knock and the Great Mother. Seems our goblin troubles are piling on. Okay, I need to speak to Knock Knock. Triumph. Triumph. Success. Okay, G-Bloss is still busy. Let's rank up. Wait, no, let's claim a region. Glenbourne. Okay, can't do that yet. Okay, I need 100 BP for this. Nola, should we start thinking of new names for Glenbon in advance? Triumph. Failure. Okay, I didn't assign anyone to it. Ooh, restoration complete. Eureka. An outstanding local mage has made an important discovery. Okay. I'll have Tristan do that. Paper people. Okay, I'll go speak to Knock Knock then. Oh wait, what's this about a signal? Okay, I need to have one of my advisors cover this up. Okay, so I have Octavia. Try that. This could be interesting. Al, you vote for Glennaban, has a nice ring to it. Hey Al, how's it going? Okay, whereabouts is Knock Knock? No less any idea what the character limit for names is? I'll be honest, I'm not certain. Okay, he's over here. One of Knock Knock's ears perk up at your approach. He fixes you with a single eye and waits. I heard your tribe is building shrines to Lamashu near the capital.
Yes, praised be mother of Obese. You want to pay respects to her? I'll show you.
Bring them down now.
What? No shrine? No. Shrine is sacred. You see when you come there.
You are more trouble than you're worth, you know. Knock Knock gives you a puzzling look, then shakes his head.
Come with me to shrines. We pray together.
I guess I have no choice but to visit these shrines.
You like it. Promise.
I'd like to know more about you. Knock Knock smiles.
Come to right place.
He jabs his thumb into his own chest, then narrows his eyes at you suspiciously.
But depend on what you want. What knowing you want.
How do you get the name Knock Knock? Knock Knock looks sheepish, and his eyes narrow as if remembering.
Sound when others hit my head with rocks and sticks and boards. Makes knocking noises and gives me lumps. Usually hit me 2 times.
Ah. He rubs his skull, which you now notice resembles a tiny cluster of knobbly, calloused hills. He then gives a feral grin.
But I show them. Be hero, then I knock them.
Chaotic neutral option. Can't wait for being a hero. Did you take revenge? Knock Knock nods his head eagerly.
Yes, hero come, then knock show tribe what hero is. Was good day.
Yeah, I was there.
But tribe hitting me, giving me name.
Knock makes a face. You think it's hard to tell.
It knock's fault though. I'm not raised knock in cage. Let him run around, getting adventures.
Who is your mother? Knock shrugs.
Not know. One day realise I'm wandering around. Go find other goblins, then.
He raps his head twice.
Knock.
What do you mean you were not raised in a cage? Knock nods and gives you a pitying look.
You Longshanks raise your Shawshanks bad. Goblins raise right. Keep children in cage until bigger. It's a smart way to raise kids. Not wail and cry unless put spiders in cage. Or snakes.
Goblins are weird. Miss your village? Knock frowns, then lights up.
The village?
Then his expression breaks and he sighs wistfully.
Yes, smelled like toads. Beast-eat bad goblins. Children kept in cages. All I should be.
His face lights up again.
But at least no she chief again. That good.
Enough talking about you. Oh, thank you for throwing some points into the Tiefling cosplay challenge now. We're at 95%. So close. 476,494. Heck yeah, nearly there. No less all as it should be. How many conservatives are there hiding in this party? Good point. Okay, I'd like to ask you about goblins. Knock blinks with his right eye, then with his left one.
Well, ask.
Why do you mangle words? Knock peers at you, then shakes his head slowly.
Not you? Wait, not us? You. You Longshanks and Halfshanks are drunk with words. Use too many, like a cloud of flies out of your mouth. All that noise make it hard to listen to you. See, hear you.
Knock raises a hand and flaps it, pantomizing talking.
Me queen. Read word, ask words, more words, then boring words.
The hand slows and then dips, making snoring noises.
And now me asleep.
Yeah, he's got me.
Not your fault.
Knock gives you a pitying look as he taps his hand away.
Knock help if can. But it you who not talk right. Longshanks and Halfshanks think goblins half-headed no brain. But you're the half-heads who drink too many words and vomit them out. Don't tell that Halfshank Lindsay.
Are there other goblins who speak common better than you?
Other goblins?
Knock glares at you, then raises his nose, then pinches it, as if smelling something foul.
Other tribes? They put on a big show, add extra words, waste everyone's time.
Yeah, goblins in this setting are basically the funny little guys, even though they're also enemies. He removes his fingers from his nose and shakes his head, then gives a sinister grin as if about to tell a ghost story. I still say you'll mangle your speech. You're worse than most of your kin.
Legends say other goblins steal word from Knock's tribe.
He glances around quickly, then leans in with a whisper.
Not true. They speak more words, but it's because they are all cursed to do so.
He stands proudly, his eyes closed, as if at attention.
In stolen lands, goblins speak correct.
Do you have some problem with Lindsay? Knock wrinkles his nose, Visual is horrific.
Lindsay smells gross, like spring flowers. Has tiny ears, never files teeth, combs hair all till shiny, washes self in clothes. She
He shudders.
writing book all the time.
Oh, is that all?
Ugh.
Knock Knock shakes his head violently and makes a vomiting motion.
Other half-shanks? They just squealing blood bags waiting to pop, but Lindsay like chatterfly.
Knock Knock rolls eyes.
Lindsay, 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 right.
He folds his arms and huffs under his breath.
She sing bads too.
What's wrong with writing?
What's wrong with writing?
Knock Knock stares at you as if a frog just hopped out of your mouth.
All goblins know why. It steals think thoughts. Take them away.
He shudders again.
Lindsay do it all the time, but somehow she still have think thoughts. Why she have so many?
So, no wedding then?
What? No? Not one wife.
He makes a gagging motion.
Not her. Gross. Getting sick.
You step back. He generally looks like he's about to vomit.
Wait, no. Swallowed it back. All good.
Knock Knock licks his lips. Okay. I'll tell her you said that. Knock Knock's eyes widen. He seems genuinely terrified.
Not tell her that. No, she write in book. Curse Knock Knock.
I love Knock Knock so much. No less, Knock Knock is a Feagle. Exactly. Right, you don't like Lindsay. Enough about her.
Yes, no more Lindsay. Ever.
Okay, that's sinister. What's wrong with writing?
What's wrong with writing?
Knock Knock stares at you. Okay, you already said that. If goblins don't write, how do you remember anything? Knock Knock stares at you for several moments, then a few more. Finally, he leans in and whispers.
Why you stare at me? Do I have bug on my face?
I've heard goblins sing. It's infamous. Knock Knock frowns.
What? Like Knock Knock kick fast, Knock Knock bite deep, Knock Knock stab you while you sleep?
There's a long uncomfortable silence as Knock Knock stares at you, dragging his finger across his blade as if coaxing it to sleep. Knock Knock finally breaks the silence by shaking his head.
No, songs make ears hurt. Want to bury head in dirt.
But that was a rhyme. And a song.
That? A song? It's not. Not what you thought.
You just did it again. On purpose.
You say what? I know not.
A mischievous flicker flashes across Knock Knock's eyes. I haven't heard much about goblins since the trading post. Where are they?
Hiding, sneaking?
Knock Knock grins.
Goblins good at hiding and sneaking. You'll hear from us soon. You no worry.
Okay. Well then. Okay, well there's this goblin clearing. Okay, Silver Shield Fortress has been restored. Hell Knights. Should I go investigate that? I'll tell you what, I'll just go see what the Hell Knights have to say, then I'll probably end the stream. Enfys, Goblin Arts and Humanities. Goblanities studies the art of trolling. It tracks. So, the Order of the Rag welcomes you, Queen. The black-skinned woman slightly bows her carefully shaved head. Wait, why are they welcoming me? This is my home. My name is Lixia. I come from the distant land of Cheliax in search of a dangerous criminal who's hiding in your barony. She stands tall and almost motionless. The reflected torchlight dances on the surface of her polished black armour and in the depths of her watchful black eyes. I'm glad that we have met. I believe the rule of law in your kingdom is not just empty phrases. I hope for the cooperation of your subjects and you personally. Contrary to her words, Lindsay's face does not express any gladness. The corner of her mouth twitches slightly, betraying carefully concealed discontent. Okay, I'm tempted to just tell them to go away for chaotic neutralness, but let's see who they're after first. Who's this fugitive you're after? A dangerous pirate, a murderer, and a rebel named Darwin the Dashing Fairwood. He was found guilty of inciting a rebellion and murdering a noble and lord in Cheliax. The law of my order is unwavering. The punishment for such crimes is death. Darwin's rebellion took place in Cheliax 3 years ago. The Order of the Rag quickly suppressed it. The participants were jailed and the instigators quartered. But their leader, Darwin, managed to escape. I've followed his trail for a long time, and now it has led me here. Can I help you with your investigation? The shadow of a smile crosses Linzia's face. I and my knights are perfectly capable of finding and eliminating one criminal. Your help is unnecessary. If you want to help, do not interfere. Tell me about the Order of the Rag. And yes, Enfys, Knock Knock was absolutely trolling the PC then. Nerlus, concept. Setting where gnomes and goblins are rival pranksters, but not violently so. Yep, you know, Order of the Rag. Nerlus. You know, just the rag. David must really like making wine. We are the Hell Knights. We guard law and order. Legitimate authorities can rely on us entirely. Criminals tremble when they hear our footsteps. Oh great, they're cops. The Order of the Rag is a union of the Knights of Cheliax, led by a hatred of idleness, worthless philosophy, and useless knowledge. They are definitely cops. Indulgence leads to lawlessness and insurrection. We seek out any manifestations of dissent and burn them, be they books, scientific treatises, or those who create them. Okay, these are definitely the bad guys. Lindsay sizes you up. It is in your best interest to maintain friendly relations with us. Trust me, Queen. Okay, do I go chaotic good or neutral here? Yeah, I'm going to go chaotic good. Catching criminals is one thing, but burning books is too much. We do not burn all books, only those that can harm society and place dangerous thoughts in weak-minded wills. It's best to burn a book today than quarter its reader tomorrow. For a moment, Nixia stares at you with an intense look, but then blinks as if suddenly relaxed. We stand on the side of legitimate authority. You need not be afraid, Queen. Yeah, get out of my town. Linzia's face remains stony as ever. In the corner of her mouth expresses displeasure with your decision. You misunderstand me, Queen. The investigation will continue, with or without your permission. The Order of the Rack always collects. No one should stay in its way. Or they might be a problem. Okay, I'm gonna save it and call the stream here then. Because I want to get on and make the harness for my horns. Max Sting, you should be gone, but you have less reason to be gone now. Yep, Hell Knights. Yeah, I'm calling the stream here, so. Hell Knights are a fascinating idea, but F 'em. Yeah, I didn't particularly like them. Like, they didn't. The whole book burning thing did not give me a good impression. You're welcome, Al. Glad you enjoyed it, Mac. Let's see who's live. Nettie's streaming some Life is Strange 2. Yeah, I think the only person I really know who's live right now is Nettie, so I'll give her a raid. So yeah, I'll be back on. Oops, sorry for hitting the mic. I'll be back on Wednesday with more Pathfinder Kingmaker. Thursday is going to be some D&D, and Friday is going to be even more D&D. And yeah, Enfys, you're right. You think yeah, they're jerks. Yep, Enfys, I'm ready to be ambushed. Yep, anyway, my brain's shutting itself down, so we're just gonna raid in 3, 2, 1, let's go.